Hey there, everyone. It's Wisdom Wednesday inside the busy 9 to 5ers Hive. How is everybody doing? Hey, everyone. This is Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach, and for another Wisdom Wednesday. So, welcome to any of our newest members who've joined our community. I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a pleasure to be your coach and your support as you take on the idea of launching your first business, be it a side gig and then transitioning to full time, or going right on in to full time and moving from employee to entrepreneur with a little help from me, the Simple Coach. So, here's the thing about Wisdom Wednesdays. Wisdom Wednesdays is an opportunity to do two things. One is to impart some wisdom, give you some insights, and then at the same time, for those of you who join me live, you're able to ask me anything. And so that means just that you can ask me anything. Usually I have this on Thursdays, but today I'm going to do it a little special. So you can ask me anything anytime, but I wanted to make sure that you were aware of how that worked. Now, today, what I really wanted to make sure is how, oops, sorry, make sure my screen is, okay, there we go. Um, Wanting to answer a question that a lot of times I get asked, and that is about what am I supposed to do before I go and launch my business? Like, I hate for people to kind of start off on the wrong foot because what ends up happening is you end up having to do a lot of backtracking. And that's not what you want to do and have to course correct. Whereas there's just four simple things that you ought to do before you take a penny, a dime, a quarter, or a dollar when it comes to being in business for yourself. And the reason why this is important is number one, you want to have a really solid foundation about your business endeavors. And it also helps in starting good habits. I know sometimes we want to dive in and do things right away because we're excited. And yes, exciting and being excited about starting your business is a wonderful thing. And I never want to squelch anybody's joy. However, at the same time, it's important that the approach that you take is being done with some thoughtfulness and that you're also being mindful. So I'm going to keep it real simple for today, and then I'll give you an opportunity to um, tap into some resources that we have. So one of the things that's important about make sure I got my screen here. One of the first things is when you talk about there's four out of the four key steps that you need to take when it comes to launching your side gig or your full-time business opportunity. And the first one is, let me show. Sorry, guys. Here we go. So the first one has to do with your structure for your business and putting that into place. And so what that means is what business structure do you plan on setting up and being a legal business entity in the state or province that you reside? And be it in the United States or Canada or any other country, you typically need to file with the agency at just state or province level that manages commerce. Versus e-commerce, or like you need to register your business, and you're either registering it in the U.S. We have four structures. There's LLC, S corp, C corp, and then or there's a DBA, but it still falls in those three. So those are the primary ones. And for the most part, you can also do what they call sole proprietor. And all sole proprietor is just you doing business in your own name. That's fine, but it doesn't necessarily protect you as much as if you were to do it as an LLC, which is the one I typically recommend to people starting out the gate. But either way, step number one is you need to have a structure defined that will make you a legal entity in the world of commerce so that you can do business in that business name and then everything is under that particular name. So that also means there's a whole thing around naming. So that's a different subject for a different day. But just know that you need to identify a structure. The next thing you want to make sure that you do now that you have your structure is you want to have an ability to be able to exchange um, monies between you and another business, or to accept funds if you're billing someone and then or paying other people. And so we have what is called here in the United States our EIN number, which is kind of like a tax social security number or a business social security number. And so this is a identifiable number that is going to be given to you so that you can track your transactions and how you're doing business, and also for tax purposes. So you want to file for your EIN again with, in our case here in the US, the federal government. So that's step number 2 that you want to make sure that you're doing. And then after you have that, then here's the thing that I gets under my craw, and I talk about it a lot because I see people doing it the wrong way, and they think they're not helping themselves when they do this. And that's simply that you need to have a business banking account. And the reason why is you always want to keep your business money separate from your personal money. And you want to be in that habit for 2 reasons. One is just good practice. You don't want to commingle monies, so that you have a straight line about this is the money that I generated for my business and also how I'm spending my business. And then this is my personal money. Now, yes, pay yourself. Yes, you should. Move your money from your business to your personal. Money comes into your business and then goes over to your personal. If you need to loan yourself money, you can certainly take money from your personal and say, I'm going to transfer it over to my business, but at least it's documented. And that's the critical piece. The other piece about having your business banking is that you are able to facilitate other commerce types of dynamics with business partners. And or if you get to a point where you have to have salaried employees or even independent contractors, you need to have an ability to pay them, and you would want to do that through a business banking account as well as like business banking software. Business banking typically is a free. There are a lot of free places that you can get online accounts and businesses establishing a business banking account with ease. But you do need to have the structure and the EI to get the business banking. So notice there's a sequencing of events. And then last but not least, this is where then once you have these pieces, and I know a lot of people tend to do this in the wrong order, but then you can get your domain. And that's where you get to have your web presence. And you get to say, okay, I have my business name and now I have a domain name, which is basically my real estate on the internet is going to be under that same business name or some version of it. And that's what's going to allow you to have the web presence, and you can get your real estate and lock that down with your address. So your domain is kind of like your business, your digital business address. Those are the 4 pieces of parts you need to have in place before you take a penny, a dollar, a quarter, a dime, whatever. Or even for this matter, Billy, I wouldn't even say you're calling yourself a business until you have all 4 of these things in place. And then you can start working through the other steps and tasks that you would do on a daily basis to operate. And then the thing about this is all 4 of these things will empower you that you're going to be taken serious, and that you have your shit together, if we like to call it. So how do you get all this done? Because it does sound like it could be a bit daunting. And no, it doesn't really have to be. We have inside of the Busy 9 to 5ers Hive, at the very top, you have access to our Make It Official Starter Kit. And there is where you'll get all the training and the tools that you need inside of the course itself. And I take you step by step through each one of the 4 components I just shared with you, and then you get it done. You don't need an attorney to start a business. Yeah, it's nice if you want to, but these 4 basic components does not require a lot of heavy lifting. You have the capacity to carry out these tasks and do it yourself. It just is sweat equity, which you need to get used to because that's what you're going to be doing most of the time, investing your time and your efforts in your business until you had a point where you're going to turn around and you're generating revenue and you're having this passive income and you're not going to have to work as hard. And then you'll be able to be the boss that you want to be. So just know that inside the Busy 9 to 5 tab, at the very top, inside of the features section, is where you will see the Make It Official Starter Kit, and that we have a special rate for all of our current members so that you can tap into that. If you don't see the promo code, just simply contact me and I'll make sure that you get it. And then that's it. 4 simple steps to get you ready to rock and roll inside of your business. So again, structure, ID, tax ID, a business banking, and last but not least, your internet real estate space, i.e. your domain. All of this can be done for a very minimal cost. So these are these out-of-pocket expenses. You can get a domain for under $20. You can get your business banking totally free and even do it all online. You can get your tax number for free. If anybody says that they charge you for doing that, you need to walk away because it's a free application. And I tell you how to get it all done for free in the course. So you're good there. And then your structure and how you want to which format do you want to build your business under? I'm going to make sure that I have for you. Give me 1 second. I think I'm going to be able to do the link for you guys. Just give me 1 second. I want to make sure. There we go. And here it is. Okay. See if I can stick it in. I'm going to put it here in the comments. There you go. So in the comment, there's a link and you can have access, and there is the link to get the reduced rate for the Make It Official kit. Now, if you're having any challenges whatsoever when it comes to being motivated, or you have some obstacles in your way from a mindset perspective, know that we have supports here for you inside of the group. And so you'll be seeing some notes coming up. We'll be having our next Money Blocks 5-day challenge, and I'm hoping you'll all join me in that particular endeavor. It's a great way to kind of kickstart your brain and get ready for all of the great abundance that could be heading in your direction. So if there's any live people, I don't think so right now, at least. We had a couple people on. Sometimes I can't see on the screen, so forgive me. If you have any questions, even if you're watching this from a recording, you can still post them right here inside of the thread. So know that you can do that. And you can always ask any questions that you have here inside of this space. It is a safe space. And also that you can engage in any of the other event opportunities that come your way. So until next time, this is Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach. Let's get busy. Bye-bye.
Daryl Forte, WhatsApp audio.